look in North America, one in every 3 children that comes to the emergency room will receive the wrong dose of medication. So that's a lot. And if you transfer that in terms of dollars, that's $40 billion of money that's spent on taking care of children who get the wrong dose of medication, wasting medication, increased stay at the hospital due to the wrong medication, not enough medication, huge issues with transfer of care.
In a world where customization and personalization is paramount, our healthcare systems are still largely built on generic models of what works for an average population. And while this works in many circumstances, when it comes to more vulnerable populations like children, the impacts of relying on the average create significant risk. That's why a team of graduate students from McGill University in Montreal, led by Sophia Daub, have formed Neuromedical, a medtech startup that's aiming to use personalized data as the bedrock for improving outcomes in pediatric care.
Neura was born out of the Surgical Innovation Program at McGill University. So it's a master's program that brings together business students who have a business background, engineering background, as well as healthcare background. And so we went through this kind of design thinking course where we got to shadow an emergency physician at Montreal Children's Hospital. And so we spent a lot of time with her, and by just kind of watching her do her own job, we were able to identify a few problems in the emergency department. We realized that this is a huge problem in emergency rooms across not only North America, but just globally. So for pediatric patients, medications are all done weight-based. So different child, different weight, different dosage. And so nurses are tasked to get the exact right dosage of medication in that very short amount of time, and it's a question of life and death, right? So we knew that we wanted to do something and that we could do something about it. What our device does is really it automates the whole process to kind of reduce that cognitive load on nurses. And so we are able to accurately estimate the weight of the child based on some parameters. And with that, our software automatically gives the nurse the correct dose of medication that needs to be prepared for that child. So as you can imagine, not only are we removing kind of the opportunity for human errors, but we're able to get that medication to that child as quickly as possible.
The worlds are very different between research and, I would say, scientific versus company. But it's actually through the MyTax internship, there's been a lot of crossover, which has been really useful, that I've been able to develop my research skills through McGill and then apply them into our company. We've kind of strategically positioned our company right now in a kind of a crossover between those two worlds. So we kind of are able through that and through honestly the MyTax internship to interact and learn from a variety of different scientists and clinicians that previously, if I was just in the research world, I wouldn't have the opportunity to learn from.
With the funding that we got from MyTax, this really allowed us to do our studies at the hospital. And so we're really able to test the accuracy of our device and with the nurses who would be the end users of this device. So from the beginning, we learned about the problem from them, and they've really helped us also develop the best solution possible along the way. And now we're going to be testing with them as well. Allowed us really to mobilize the resources that we needed in order to conduct the study. So we're able to protect some of our time as well as get resources for an intern in order to conduct that study in the hospital. And also because it's brings in also kind of the university or school aspect of it, we're able to move into this university affiliated hospital work with Dr. Bing to conduct this study, which gives our whole, I think, device and our whole project a lot more credibility, which is nice.
It's really to make those connections and to help the companies get access to the talent, the knowledge, the idea, the expertise to help them grow, develop their technology faster, and develop a product faster, and get clients earlier also. So to help those companies grow and develop and have a positive impact for Canada. We put them in contact with professors, and it worked really well. The connection was really good, and it was the right expertise for them. So this is great, and the project is starting, and it's great to see that there's a fit between really the company needs and the professor, and hopefully the collaboration will last very long, and it'll bring something really cool for the development of the technology.
I think the impact is not really measurable. You're saving kids' lives. These are people's babies. Like, you provide relief for parents and also to, like I said, physicians and nurses. It's a huge cognitive load that these healthcare professionals have to deal with. So I like that we're providing them with tools to help them be better physicians.